Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this wonderful month? So, remember last week I talked to you guys about doing something pretty awesome? Well, first I'm going to show you, but before that, I want you to know what today is going to be. Today is Myth Monday. We are going to talk about the 5 most unknown myths that you knew, but did you know about stress? All right. So before I do that, let me show you real quick. Hopefully, real quick. Y'all know I'm not good with technology. So there's that. And all right. So here we have my different surveys. So we have survey on self, we have relationships, goals and accountability. And as you can see, we have different ones. We have distractions, procrastinations. Underneath, these are the interviews that I went through with multiple women. I have about 60 pages right now of interviews with women. And it's a lot of different questions. What kind of struggle did you have while raising your kids? What kind of struggles do you have with relationships, red flags? What would you change about yourself? What's your biggest problem? What do you struggle with accountability, with your own goals? And then I organized everything into the top ones from the most talked about to the least talked about. So we're talking about stress, anxiety, self-esteem, for relationships, misunderstandings, communication issues, time management, financial stresses. For goals and accountability, overwhelm, procrastination. We're going to be going through all of these things. Why? Because I want you to have the best possible results. All right. So I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm not just trying to tell you stuff to sell you something. I know this shit works because I bust my ass consistently, because I believe that every single mom deserves to have their own success story and to not be defined by their past, present, future, whatever. You get to choose your own path. You do not have to follow just because everybody else is going this way, or just because everybody else is telling you you are this way, does not mean you are this way. That being said, myth number 1, stress is always bad for you. We always talk about stress and we say, it's so bad. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out, right? We always talk about it in a bad way. But stress is not necessarily bad. It's just like anything in our lives. It's just like having our own sense of self, or being quote unquote narcissistic, or having like narcissistic traits, right? We need everything in a balance. Stress can actually motivate you when you're trying to do a new goal, or you're trying to do something new. It is motivating you to accomplish that very thing. So don't shame it. Okay? Don't shame it or blame it. You know what I'm talking about? Now, number 2, stress is the same for everyone. Our biggest problem is that we look at everybody else consistently, right? We're always wondering, oh, well, they're not stressed out about it, so we can't be stressed out about it. Or we're stressed out about it, but why aren't you stressed out about it, right? How many times do we do that in relationships or with our own kids? You're not stressed about this? Honestly? Why? Why do you gaslight yourself and not allow yourself to feel those emotions and that stress? Your stress is not the same as another person's stress. It is not dependent on if somebody else is stressed or not. Your stress is built upon your own experiences, your own past, your own personal trials, tribulations, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You may get stressed out just by being behind a car that has you stuck for forever, right? Whereas, Betty with the hair over there, she's chilling. She's sitting there, she's singing hymns all day, every day. But she goes home and her kids touch something and put it out of place. And she's like, everybody has their own shit, right? Stop focusing on everybody else's shit. Their stress is not your stress. Your stress is not their stress. Okay? Let's focus on our own fucking stress so that you can actually fix your stress. All right? Next, stress only affects your mind. It's all in your head. Girlfriend, you are not stressed out. It's all in your head. First of all, listen, if I'm fucking stressed, don't tell me I can't be stressed. My most annoying thing is when someone tells me I can't have the feelings that I have. You know why? Because my feelings are valid. Do I act irrational sometimes? Probably. But guess what? I accept me for me. Just because they can't hold your energy and your space does not mean that your stress is not valid. It affects you. And if you're thinking this is all in your head, this is all in your head, you know what you're doing? You're telling your entire body, take my stress upon you. It's fine. It's fine. I can handle it. Just shove it down, right? Because we all sit there and say, what is the favorite term that we all say? It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything's going to be okay. And then what do we have? We have fucking high blood pressure. We have poor immune systems. I can't understand why I'm sick all the time. I can't understand why I have fibromyalgia. Even doctors will tell you that that's not an actual diagnosis for anything. It's a diagnosis that they give when they can't give you anything else. And they will tell you, research has shown that it is due to you holding things in your body. It has to be stored somewhere. It's like you put something in the fridge, right? You can't just fridge this way or that way. No, you have to get it out of your system. Release it. You will never be in control of your feelings, your emotions until you accept that you have those feelings or emotions. And if you're not accepting them, guess where they're going? Down into the pit of your tummy. That's where they're going. You're going to have tummy issues. You're going to have high blood pressure, like I said. You're going to have different kinds of imbalances where you have these chemical imbalances, which if you listen to my podcast, then you already know these chemical imbalances go in your brain, mess with your equilibrium, mess with your emotions. Shocker, stress, boom, again. So, moving on. Now, if you don't show stress, you're not stressed. This one is hard for me. In my relationship, drives me insane because it takes him a lot to show his stress, right? For me, I'm like, if I'm stressed, I have to show it. There's nothing wrong with showing your emotions and showing who you are. If you have a problem with my emotions, then maybe you should think about the fact that you don't show your own emotions, right? If you don't want to show your emotions, I'm not going to say anything to you unless I'm dating you. And then I'm working on that one. But it doesn't mean that they're not stressed. It doesn't mean that it doesn't affect them. Just because they don't show it on the outside doesn't mean it's not in there. Oh, it's in there. Shoved down in there. You know what I'm talking about? It's there. Now, next one. And the last one. Only major life events cause stress. That's like somebody with trauma, right? I love that on the questionnaires, trauma was so low on the list. Where does our traumas, like what causes our stress? What causes our triggers? What causes our emotional imbalance? What causes us to binge eat, which by the way was a really low one on there. What causes us to just sit there and just, I gotta eat something? Addiction. Oh, we don't have an addiction, right? But then we have to have those sweets when we're stressed. We have to take that shot when we're stressed. We have to go for a run when we're stressed. Those are addictions. Our body is saying, I am requiring this. Those are addictions. Stop gaslighting your fucking body. Accept that you have all of these stresses, because little or small, your stresses are valid. And what happens with a can, with a soda bottle, not a can, a soda bottle? What happens when you shake it up and you shake it up and then you open it? That bitch is gonna explode. I don't care who the fuck you are or what kind of analogy or whatever you try to tell me. That shit's gonna explode. Why? Because you had it pent up and you didn't control it. It is controllable. Stress is controllable. No matter what we want to say, no matter what we want to think, it is controllable. You have control over your body. You do. And all it takes is you giving a shit enough to get that control back. Stop telling everybody that you're good. I'm good. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, girl, I'm good. I don't even need that, right? I need my program. I need to have emotional intelligence. I need to be able to accept my emotions so that they cannot control me or define me. You cannot control anything until you accept that you have it. Your stress is valid, whether small or great. They build up. So you in front of that, behind that car, waiting for that car, that's valid. Accept that you're pissed. Accept it. Don't push it down. Take a breath. If you need to turn off your music to lower the stimuli, turn it up. Whatever you need, listen to your body. Trust me, your body knows. The tension in your neck. Oh, my neck hurts all the time. I'm so fatigued. Why do you think that is? We hold it in and it controls us. Tomorrow is going to be tips and tricks. I'll tell you what the topic is tomorrow. But for today, I hope you guys enjoyed my myths for Monday. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow so we can dive into another topic and really get going on this. We might even talk about stress. Who's to say? Got to do a little research and decide what I want to go over. So stay tuned. Be sure to follow me. Be sure to send this to all your homies. Repost it. Repost and then tell them to repost, because it's going to get better and better each fucking day, because I have decided that what I teach in my programs, I need to start showing you guys, because I can sit here all day and say this shit is good. But until you actually experience what I offer, why the fuck would you even want to join me, right? Nobody wants to join that. Like, you can't even sit with us, Angela. Ew. Disgusting. Look at your hair. It's not even done right. Oh my gosh. Like, why would we follow you? You have a gap in your bottom tooth. I don't know. Yeah. What is it when one guy said, oh, your forehead is just so big? Thank you. Thanks for noticing. Also, we'll talk about those shadows later, sir. Tell me I'm wrong, but I can guarantee you're going to be thinking about this shit later on. I love you all. See you later.